Silver spot price has dropped over 50 cents today. However, it is also down considerably for the year. We're going to talk about why silver is down and where it could go from here. Let's get into it.
The worst day on Wall Street since the crash of 1987.
We're now down 43%.
This could be the most serious recession in decades.
Protect your retirement with gold and silver IRAs. Learn more at sdbullion.com/IRA.
Thank you so much for watching. I do sincerely appreciate it. First and foremost, I want to say happy Groundhog Day to everyone. If you didn't see the news yet, Puxatony Phil did not see his shadow, which means he is predicting an early spring, which is actually kind of rare. Most of the time, he does not predict an early spring. Most of the time, it's a longer winter, but he's only right like 40% of the time, so I'm not going to hold my breath. Either way, hopefully we get an early spring. That would be great to see, but let's move back over to precious metals. So silver is down, yes, over 50 cents for the day, but for the year, it is now down over $1. So quite a big drop in silver spot price today. Gold did not drop as much. Gold only dropped $14, so it's now sitting at $2,045. It is still over that $2,000 mark. I think it will hold above $2,000 for now anyway. If we look at the gold-silver ratio, we can see it is moving higher. So GSR moving up means silver is moving down faster than gold, making silver an even better buy. So if you want to stack precious metals today, this week, this month, I say go for silver. It seems to be more undervalued. Okay. Why did silver move down today? The first thing I like to do is look at the strength of the dollar, because silver usually does the opposite of whatever the dollar is doing. And as you can see, looking at the dollar index, it has moved up considerably today. In fact, if we look at the whole year, we can see the dollar is now the highest it has been all year. Now, the next question becomes, why is the dollar moving up? Was there a data point that was released today which would indicate maybe less rate cuts or push the rate cuts farther back in time? Are the other currencies tanking for some reason? Why is the dollar moving up? As you may have guessed, there is some fresh new data which was released this morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. By the way, this is exactly when the dollar started to move higher. So obviously this is the reason why. You can see right there, 8:30 a.m., dollar moving higher. This is also the same time that silver started moving lower. So let's go back here and figure out what this data is. So it's the employment situation report for January 2024. Total non-farm payroll employment rose by 353,000 jobs in January. Now, why is this significant? Because they had estimated that the number would come in at 175,000 jobs. So this is much higher than they predicted. And the unemployment rate remained at 3.7%. It was predicted that it would actually move up to 3.8%. So what are these numbers telling us? Well, they are better than expected. They're essentially telling the Fed it's not that bad right now. Things are okay. Everything is fine. You don't need to start cutting rates yet. You can push back the rate cuts, and this is obviously causing the dollar to become much stronger. If we pop on over to the FedWatch tool, you can see a big change compared to when we looked at this last, which was just like a week ago. So the current target rates are at 525 to 550. They're saying 81% chance that rates stay the same at the next meeting in March, which is in line with what Jerome Powell said just a few days ago at the January meeting. He said, we're probably not going to do a rate cut in March. Now, they are predicting 18.5% chance that there will be a rate cut, but this is much different than what these predictions looked like just a few days ago. It was basically 50-50. They're saying 50% chance rates stay the same, 50% chance rates go down. Now only an 18% chance of a rate cut in March. If we do fast forward to May, they are predicting that rates will start going down. At this point in time, only around a 32% chance that rates will stay the same. So almost certainly by May, we will start to see the tides change. We will start to see the dollar weaken, the cracks will begin forming, and we probably will see precious metals start to move up at that point in time if the dollar starts to move down. Obviously, there are so many other things that affect the dollar, so many other things that could drive silver up or down, geopolitical events, etc. So a lot to look at, but one of the main things I am looking at is these target rate probabilities, because I think that ultimately this is the biggest factor in determining where silver will go from here. The low point for silver today was actually $22.49. So silver has already bounced back a little bit. Actually, while we've been making this video, silver has bounced back a little bit, only down 48 cents at the moment. So is silver going to bounce back from this, get back above 23? That is a possibility. Honestly, these day-to-day changes, what's it going to do in the next few hours? What's it going to do in the next few days? These are incredibly hard to predict. So what I do is I look at long term, right? What is silver going to do this year? I think it will move higher once rate cuts start, once the dollar starts to weaken. I certainly think silver is going to move higher at that point in time. Also, what is it going to do this decade? I think ultimately this decade, we're going to look back on $22, $23 silver and say, wow, that was cheap. I wish I had stacked more. So that being said, what do we do about the dip today? Well, you buy the chips, I'll buy the dips. I think it's time to buy some more silver. I love to buy when I see red across the board. Red for silver means buy. Red for gold means buy. Stack it while you can. Be the contrarian investor. Be the contrarian stacker. Buy when the price is going down, not when the price is going up. So take advantage of this opportunity if you are able. Obviously, don't overextend yourself. Stick to your budget, right? I like to say dollar cost averaging is the best strategy. So you buy a little bit this week, a little bit next week, or you buy every time you get a paycheck, right? Every other week. Everyone has a different method. Everyone has a different strategy. But when I see red, I like to buy, and I like to buy a little bit heavier than normal. So I actually got a fairly large order coming in the mail. I'm very, very excited to unbox it and show you what I got. It's a lot of silver. So that will be a future video. Stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of the future videos. Also, we got more Harry's Coin Shop videos coming up. I'm really excited for that. And we just did Silver Pros yesterday, the live stream here on my channel. Over 650 people watching live at one point. That was awesome. Thank you all so much who watched that live stream. Many more of those to come this year. But anyway, feel free to leave your silver price predictions down below in the comments section. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next one. Silver Dragons out.